God will never contradict himself. Does it line up with the Bible? Does it go against God's promises or tell you to sin? If no, then think, would you ever come up with that thought? Is that something you would think of? Does it contradict the Bible? If you aren't sure about it, read the Bible and or pray and ask God for clarification. Like do a little test. Read the Bible, see if it contradicts the Bible. If it does, then it's not God. If it's like say God says don't eat the fruit, but something tells you to eat the fruit, God would never say that. Like it's like me saying, "Hey, don't do this." Okay, go do that. That's God would never do that. He never contradicts himself. And Mark 4:9 says, "He who has ears, let him hear." The ways God speaks to us. Number one, He speaks like a small, still voice. He rarely yells. How do you know if it's the flesh talking to you? The flesh can't talk. It would only be a demon, not your flesh. If it tells you to sin, God rarely yells. If you can't hear His whispers, then you're not close to Him. Then He would have to yell. Take an example. If you're next to someone, you don't have to yell at them. But if you're far from them, then you can't be heard with the whisper, and you have to yell to be heard. Are there any distractions keeping you away from God, like social media, video games? Then you need to get rid of them if you want to hear God's voice. Number two, God speaks through the Bible. You can't go wrong with the Bible. It's the best place to start. Somewhere in the Bible, it says every word is breathed out by God, and we breathe it in by reading it. Romans 10:17. The faith comes from hearing God's voice. John 1:1. In the beginning, there was the voice. The word is the Bible, guys. Scripture is really powerful. It's a good way. It's a good way to start getting closer to God, guys. If you're trying to like get closer to God, if you're trying to hear God, I would say read the Bible more, like at least one chapter a day. I'll be doing that. I'll try to do that again soon.